8 RTX 4090 cards, 1 Blender scene, 120 frames of volumetric smoke. On a normal workstation, this render runs overnight. Here, it finishes in 45 minutes for less than $40. This is the entire workflow, start to finish, with nothing cut out. What you are looking at is the iRender GPU Cloud Workstation 9S. Let us be precise about what that is, because most people get it wrong. This is not a render farm queue where you submit a job and wait. It is a complete remote machine, 8 RTX 4090 cards that you control over remote desktop. Your Blender build, your add-ons, your scene, your settings. You install whatever you want, and no farm plugin reinterprets your file. Here is the full run, step by step. Step 1. Get the project onto the server. In the dashboard, iRender drive mounts onto your node as network drives. Input is the Z drive, output is Y, softwares is S. This Nebula scene is 2.51 gigabytes, packed into a single folder. Pack your external files before uploading. One broken texture path costs you the whole render. Step 2. Connect. Pick the region closest to you. The machine boots Windows and hands you a clean desktop. Read this notice. It is the single most common speed mistake people make. Do not render straight off the Z drive. Z is network attached storage. Cycles will stall on every texture read. Copy the project folder onto the local C drive first, every time. Step 3. Open Blender and check the render settings. Cycles 1920 by 1080, 24 frames per second, frames 1 to 120. Now go to Edit, Preferences, System. The step nobody should skip. The Cycles Render Devices section. Choose OptiX, not CUDA. OptiX uses the RT cores on the Ada architecture. On an RTX 4090, the gap is typically well over 1.5 times. Then tick all 8 cards. Blender does not enable them for you. Leaving this on default means you paid for 8 GPUs and rendered on 1. Step 4. The output settings. A PNG image sequence, RGBA, written to the local disk, not straight to the Y drive. Move the finished frames to the output drive after the render in a single copy. Step 5. Render animation. On the left, MSI Afterburner shows all 8 GPUs under load. That is exactly what you are paying for. Confirm it before you walk away. And here is the engineering reason this works. Cycles splits the sample workload across devices. Each card works its own share independently. Because of that, throughput scales close to linearly with card count. But there is one number that does not add up: VRAM. 8 24GB cards are not one single 192GB card. Your scene has to fit inside 24GB on each card. That is the real ceiling. This is the most common misconception about multi-GPU rendering. Eevee and the viewport are different again. They only use a single GPU, so multi-GPU pays off in cycles, not during look development. Step 6. All 120 frames are done sitting on the local disk. Copy the image sequence from the C drive to the output drive, Y, then shut the machine down from the dashboard. This matters more than you think. Billing runs on machine uptime, not on render time. A node left idle overnight costs exactly what a rendering node costs. Shutting down takes a few seconds. Your data on the Z and Y drives stays where it is. That is the part people miss. The storage persists, the machine does not. Only now do you pull the output folder down through iRender drive. The transfer runs independently of the node. You are no longer paying for compute. Done. The full sequence is back on your own disk. And here are the numbers, fully on the record. 8 RTX X4090 cards, 24 GB of VRAM each, a Threadripper PRO 5975WX, 256 GB of RAM, a 2 TB NVMe drive, 1920 by 1080, 120 frames, 22.5 seconds per frame on average. That is 45 minutes of wall clock time for the entire shot. Pricing is set by the card count on each node. The current rates are always on the website. Prepay 3 hours or more and you save 10%. But that is not the biggest saving. The biggest saving is choosing the right node, not the cheapest hour. Rendering stopped being a hardware problem long ago. It is a configuration problem. New accounts get a 100% bonus on the first top-up within 24 hours. Spin up a 9S node at iRendering.net and run your own scene. Your renders, your rules.